All right, well, good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here and for paying attention to such an important topic today. So joining us here, some people who are not present, they were unable to make it, Congressman Andrew Garbarino. We do have the full support of Bayport Civic Association and Bayport Creek Defenders, who are Bob Draffin. We also have our full support from Suffolk County Legislator Anthony Piccirillo, who's also not here, able to be here today. But with us, Senator Phil Boyle, Assemblyman Jared Gandolfo, Assemblyman Doug Smith, Town of Islip Councilwoman Mary Kate Mullen, Town of Brookhaven Town Councilman Neil Foley, who will be here. Sayville Creek Defender James Birch will be here. Today we have Sayville Fire Department. We have Stein's Boat and Motor Sales. We have representing the Cull House in Sayville, Land's End, Tony's Barge Service, Stein Ferries, Weston's Marine Center, the Pines Property Owners Association, Cherry Grove Community Association, Cherry Grove Fire Department, President of the Water Island Association, H2O Water Taxi, Save the Great South Bay, Browns River Marina, and Coastline Freight Service. So these are all individuals who are here somewhere today, and they will be speaking in support of why Browns River needs to get dredged right now. So a little background, Browns River is a federal waterway that spans 1 mile long. It's an Islip piece of property, and the ferry service Brookhaven, Fire Island hamlets like the Pines, Cherry Grove, Water Island, and Sailor's Haven. And these are active communities that serve as huge tourist attractions, and they're great family beaches that are among the most beautiful beaches in the world. There are thriving businesses that serve these beach communities that rely heavily on Sayville ferries and other services that all run right out of Browns River. The northern end of Browns River hosts quiet, beautiful, affordable town boat slips, many of which are presently empty because they're too shallow to accommodate boats. The town always seems to have a waiting list of boaters eager to enjoy this river with its essential services like a gas dock and convenient direct access to those Brookhaven, Fire Island beaches. Today we're here to discuss an emergency dredging of Browns River. It was last dredged in 2004-2005, that's 17 years ago. Typically a waterway is dredged every 8 to 10 years, so this is long overdue, and sadly it's so desperate for attention. This waterway has become very dangerous since the shoals have severely encroached into the middle of the channel, making it dangerous for boats to pass one another and very dangerous, if not impossible, to pass a ferry. Ferries normally fit side by side and are able to pass one another. These days they move through the channel one at a time, and you'll often see them sitting outside the jetty waiting their turn. The main issue when dredging the river bottom are the spoils. They need to be deposited onto land. There's a large spoil site owned mostly by Suffolk County and partially by the town of Islip, located just to the east of the river in Bayport. That's the area right behind us. Unfortunately, it has to be cleared, or another viable spoil site is needed in order to house the dredge materials. Of course, it's no good if we dredge if we have no place to put the spoils. I hosted a meeting. All of the interested parties last week on the issue, and the county and the town are working on finding an appropriate spoil site so the emergency dredging can take place. We're here today to show our support as a community, finding a way to make an emergency dredge to this river happen this summer. It cannot wait. We are out of time. Hopefully, before a hurricane or, God forbid, a fire or an emergency situation, and we have individuals here who are going to speak to that necessity. I've started a petition in which I encourage everyone to sign and show solidarity in support of this critical project. So joining me here today are the many vital parts of our community, and to share their views on why it's so important to have Browns River dredged right now. And so my first speaker today is Kenny Stein, representing Stein's Ferries. Kenny, where are you?